Hey everyone, it has been a while. I don't know, I just kind of got out of the habit of making videos. I just got a new computer, kind of in the middle of moving stuff from the old computer to the new computer, and I don't know, for me, it's kind of emotionally draining to do it, and I've been very badly procrastinating. I don't know, I think I got a little lazy. I kept thinking about making videos and then I just didn't do it. So I'm gonna I'm gonna try to do a little better. I went to a vintage show a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna show you some of the things that I got. This was their first year. I wasn't sure what they were going to have. And I should have taken some pictures or something at least. I didn't. I'm not very good at remembering to do that sort of thing. I wasn't really sure what was going to be there. I was hoping vintage toys, but it was mostly like clothes from the 90s. There was some vinyl stuff, lots of vintage games, which I did expect. The clothes I had a weird feeling about because they were clothes from the 90s mostly, and they were, the type of clothes I used to wear, and I'd look at them and think, there's a reason I don't have those anymore, you know? But teenagers are into that type of style now, so there were a lot of teens looking at the clothes and very interested. There were not a whole lot of vintage toy vendors there. I was also really surprised no one was selling CDs. I feel like that's a staple of the 90s, right? CDs, is that not a thing? I thought they were coming back in style. I don't know. I have vintage CDs. Not a lot anymore. I got rid of a lot of mine too over the years, but I still have some vintage CDs. It was just an interesting little show. Like I said, there were hardly any toy vendors, but I did find one vendor that was just selling just like a lot of old toys in a bin, and you just rummage around and everything was like $5. So this is what I found. I did find some turtle figures, and I'm just going to show them to you. Here is Fast Forward Raphael. I have been eyeballing these figures. I should have bought them while they were on the shelf, but I was very poor at the time, and I believe my main collecting was still Transformers. I bought the core '03 figures just from the show. I have those that I bought back in the early 2000s. They're in a storage bin up in my closet. But I really like Fast Forward wasn't that great of a show, but I really did like these designs, and these figures are pretty good too. Like they're very they're quite streamlined, and they have, I mean, they're still playline. They're fairly okay. We do actually get ankle articulation, which is nice for Ninja Turtles. There's something about Ninja Turtles where they just want to have them make the weirdest poses and then they don't stand up too well. But we just have like turn, and like there's not a whole lot of, you can't make the arms bend, but you can make them turn. The head's got a little bit of articulation. But I do like the look of them, and like I said, I really like the character designs from the show, and I don't mind, like I said, these were like $5 each. I don't mind that they didn't come with any weapons, as long as they had their belts. If they were missing their belts, I would have not gotten them. But for $5, especially how much these figures are going for these days, in box is ridiculous. The price for in box for the Fast Forward figures is stupid. But not bad. I mean, these are all scuffed. You can tell these were kids' toys. These were not owned by collectors. And with Raphael, digging in the bag here, I did get the Michelangelo as well. These were the only two that they had, or else I would have gotten all four. So I have the Raph and the Mikey. So I need the Donatello and the Leo, which I've kind of been skulking around. There is a joint right here, but it doesn't seem like it can move at all. Yeah, they're just, I mean, they're very playline. It's so funny. I get used to the collector grade figures, and then I buy some playline, and I'm like, why doesn't anything move on these? Just, but I think they're really nice. I don't know. I like the look of the fast forward, and I think the faces are fun. The faces are fun. I don't care that they're all scuffed up. Maybe I'll repaint them or something. I don't know. For $5, I can't complain. Here's another O3 figures. They had a bunch, and I bought most of them. This is like the prehistoric Donatello. He's got a little backpack. He's got like this little, I don't know, skull as the D-pad or something. Once again, just very, very basic articulation, but these were kind of fun. I don't know what kind of weapons he came with, because there's no place for him to put his bow staff. But, yeah. Just very basic. Just, you know, the regular mold with some extra stuff on it. I'll just put these in the corners. You can kind of see that they're still there. And then I think this is the prehistoric Leo. That's where his weapons would go. I have so many weapons, I don't care that they don't have weapons. You can always put weapons in their hands. Ankle articulation, just the regular. I didn't realize that their elbows don't move at all until you start playing with them, and it feels like that should be a given, that their knees kind of move. I don't know. Like I said, it's just kind of a jolt to have these really nice action figures that are collector grade, and then to grab some playline figures and find out that there's just such little movement. But he's fun. He's fun. $5 well spent. Here is the last O3 figure I have. This is another Leo, and he's like a knight or something. This, like the prehistoric episode I remember, but I don't remember them dressing up as a knight. I'll have to look around. And this was, I thought this was cool that his scabbards are down here on his waist, which is not something that we see on any Leonardos. This cape's kind of annoying. But he's got, this one has like extra, they tried some extra articulation here with the hands. No elbow still. This elbow will not move. But the hands open and close, and then they also did it with the toes. The toes have some articulation. Which these toes don't move at all. These, like all these toys, you know, they look and they feel like kids have played with them. They're very scuffed, and they're like, they just, I'm going to wash my hands after I touch them. But maybe if I give this foot a bath, these toes will move, because they don't, there's no movement. But I thought that was interesting that this particular figure has way more articulation than these other guys. Hands and feet, but still no elbows. It was an interesting choice. But there's those. And I have a foot soldier. I've been wanting some foot soldiers. Maybe for some people it's fine, but for me it kind of sticks in my craw that in order to get some generic bad guys, I have to spend the same amount of money as the named main characters. I don't know why. I feel like getting some army, you know, an army of bad guys for them to fight should be a little bit cheaper per figure. So yeah, here's another $5. He is really, really scraped up, which I think he's a really good candidate. I've always wanted to try and repaint some figures. So he's a really good candidate to do that. He's already trashed. So if I do a terrible job painting him, it's not like I can't hurt him any more than he's already been hurt. But there's that one. And I have one more left, which is this, this like, magician Raph. I I almost left him just because, like, the really, really vintage figures, they are so low on articulation. They usually don't stand up by themselves, and they're just not fun. Like, he doesn't even have wrist articulation. But I went back for him, and look, his eyes are like they're looking in different directions. But I thought he was kind of fun. Just looking at him more, there's just so much detail. I know it's like the same mold and then they just add things on it. But the more I looked at him, the more I liked him. His little gloves and his mustache. And he's got a hat with cards. And then if you turn him over, he's got like this dove peeking out, and the dove has cards. And then he's got a hat with like a rabbit. And the rabbit kind of comes out. And the rabbit needs a bath too. So can we get that? Yeah, the rabbit badly needs a bath. This figure really, this one's the grossest one. Like, this cape is like sticky. But yeah, he's just fun. Like, if I don't keep him, I have friends who like Raphael. I think he would be a fun present for somebody. But right now I kind of like him. He just makes me smile. He's so silly. His little coattails around his shell. He's cute. Just, I don't know. I kind of feel like there was some love that went into this. There's just so many little details that I think are a lot of fun. Like, the more you look at him, the more stuff there is to look at. So I don't mind him. Well, I've got him for right now, and we'll see how that goes. But all of these, they're all getting a bath. They are gross. When I thrift stuff, they go in the bath. They get cleaned. So we're going to move those aside. I'm going to look at some other Ninja Turtle things just so that we can, have a normal length video here. At Five Below, they have these little Tubbz turtles, and I got them all. They're $5 each. They're really cute. I'm just going to open up one because I know I'm an out-of-box collector, but I actually like keeping them in the boxes because I just stack them up in the bathroom for right now, and they stack better in box. But we'll take one out to just kind of look at them. They're super cute. They got the little shell. They're turtle ducks. They're just like from Avatar, the turtle ducks. So cute. So cute. And, I'm only just going to open him. I saw on Amazon, so Tubbz actually has the big ones, too. And I saw on Amazon they were on sale, because normally they're around $20, and I'm not paying $20 for any rubber duck. I don't care. That's too much. This one was on sale. I think I paid like $12, which is a bit more reasonable. If I paid $5 for this, $12 for this one, it's a little bit more reasonable to me. I'm just gonna pull him. Whoop, he's just gonna fall out of the box. Here's all four. They're a lot more detailed. They have a lot more stuff with them. At the time of this recording, like right after I bought the Donatello, I noticed they were, these three went right back to full price. Raphael is like at $15, which I still think is too much. I'm hoping, I would like to get them all, but I'm not paying $20 ever for all of them. But here's Donatello. It's pretty much the same. He's got the cute little shell and everything, but then he's got the little communicator with April Duck on there. And his little bow staff. Here's the one I opened. Oop. So you can compare. They kind of have the same expression. This one just doesn't have. You can see the size difference too. Yeah, so like 12, 13 bucks I think is fair for this. I don't know how well they. I'd like to see them float now that they're open. I might try that. I don't know, but yeah, these are things. These are things that exist that you can buy if you like Ninja Turtles and rubber duckies. I don't collect rubber duckies. I just thought like these were at Five Below and they were just too cute not to pass up. And then I saw the big ones, and since it was on sale, because I was not going to ever buy it for $20. I don't care. Even though I think they are very cute and pretty well detailed, but no, not for 20 bucks. But I think that's gonna do it for this one. Hopefully I'll get back into it. I really do like making these videos. I didn't have like the emotional bandwidth for it, I guess. But I'm gonna try to get back into it and get some more stuff out for you guys. And I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye.